Coverage of the National Football League brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and the world-renowned city of Louisville, Kentucky. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Blackknights of Louisville. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. McPherson's kick is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
First play's a run with Nwangu. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Tatum connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Tatum. They throw right side here. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Back to throw. Tatum. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Tatum. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Alex Highsmith buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Tatum. He finds Pickens over the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Tatum. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The
touchdown! That kickoff return, 104 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker being a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. From the gun on 3rd down, Tatum. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. This is taken at the 15. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down. Tatum. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Mack. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Jamar Chase. And he'll take this down the 40-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And blocked down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
On one, ready?
They're passing here. Joe Burrow toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown. Joe Mixon. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to take the lead. McPherson now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Tatum. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Harris fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
Again, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. And McPherson on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be returned from deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To throw on 3rd down, Tatum. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's out right at the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here we go. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow changing the look. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
On 1, right there. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Inside handoff to Nixon. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
What are you guys doing?
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Here we go. 11.
Mixon. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Burrow. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Blackknights go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 3rd down, Tatum. Under pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it.
It's out, it's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And some.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Tatum. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Burrow getting this into the hands of Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines, while this one can.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Blackknights continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Tatum. He completes this one to Mack. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
This will be caught at about the 6. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. 95 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the touchdown.
T. Higgins, a 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Black Knights are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On first down, Tatum. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw again. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Back to Mixon on second down. 149 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can because the